What's up, everybody? Smitty is the choice. So, I want to talk about this. Now, for a while, I've fucked with pills for a long time. Opioids, especially. But see, I wasn't the type of drug addict. I mean, I wasn't stupid. I mean, it's stupid to do drugs, period. But I always wanted some knowledge on what it was that I was doing. I never just took drugs just to do. I want to know about this. I want to know why it makes me feel good and all of that stuff. So now, that being said, I fucked with a lot of opioids. I did all my research. I know about a lot of pharmaceutical pills, at least the ones that I like or that I might have had a problem with in my life some way or another. So I had my ex-girlfriend I was with for about 4 or 5 years. She had a severe Xanax problem. Xanax, which holds benzodiazepines, which is also in pills such as um, Klonopin. Excuse this, I'm in the back here and it's raining, so excuse the rain in the back is what you hear. But yeah, so it made her act completely different. It would make her act like a completely different person. She was on it heavily. I mean, she could eat spoonfuls, bars, and it would make her act completely different. She wouldn't remember things. It was really crazy. But she wasn't drinking necessarily. Drinking wasn't her thing. So this isn't a lecture about, oh, just don't take these pills. This is specifically mixing them with alcohol. So I've noticed one time I was depressed and she had left some Xanax bars. I think I popped like maybe 4 or 5 bars or something, thinking that I was a pro because I knew how to take opioids, which I didn't realize back then that there's a complete difference between that and um, antidepressants, benzodiazepines. So I drank on them and I had an adventure, like, but it didn't seem real. Everything seemed like a dream. I had people telling me was doing shit I didn't even realize. I remember trying to say words that wouldn't make sense. People looking at me like I'm crazy. Definitely, I could feel in myself that it was doing something in my cerebral cortex. Don't know what it was, but it was something weird and different. And as time goes by, I noticed that every time people drink and take these benzos or opioids, they act even more irrational and weird and different. So I was like, let me look up some of this stuff because for some reason, I feel like it's a severe case that nobody really recognizes. So I did a little bit of research. Depression pills and alcohol can result in added drowsiness, dizziness, risk of injury, and usually best avoided the combination of alcohol and medicines for depression. Yeah, okay, we know all of that. That's the regular, all right. Uh, Side effects of alcohol medication. Here's something I highlighted. Brain disorder that occurs when repeated drug use leads to change function, multiple brain circuits that control pleasures, rewards, stress, decision makings, impulse control, learning and memory, and other functions. That changes makes it harder for those with the addiction and experience pleasure in response to natural rewards such as food, sex, or positive social interactions, or manage their stress, control their impulses, and make the healthy choice to stop drug seeking and use. Now here's a list. Here's a list of drugs that can cause neurological problems. Now this is what I find funny in this list, right? Ayahuasca, cocaine, DMT, okay, pretty much every drug. Now here's the thing. Why is it when it goes to prescriptions, right? Opioids, sedatives, stimulants, there's no benzos in here. A, C, no benzos. They have no Xanax in here. They have no Klonopins in here. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the fucking type of design I'm talking about. You go to an actual drugabuse.gov. Look, you're looking. This is what it says. Can cause neurological problems. And you're going to tell me that Xanax or benzos with alcohol doesn't cause neurological problems? Now, listen. That incident that happened with the wrestler Chris Benoit, he killed his child and his wife and himself. Nobody can figure it out. Why did he do it? When people talk about conspiracies, People trying to say steroids. Nobody, everyone glosses over. There's a fucking conspiracy, all right? There's a fucking conspiracy. The conspiracy is that everyone's glossing over the fact that the man had antidepressants and alcohol. Everyone's glossing over the fact that that could possibly be the problem. Another one, the Vegas shooting. Another one, I mentioned that to someone. Someone said, yeah, but he had days to do that. When you take Xanax and drink, it can last for 3 or 4 days of you being out of your mind. So yeah, and they gloss over that too. And everyone always tries to look at like it's some conspiracy. The real conspiracy is right in your face and you don't see it. And I've told people this and people reply to me saying, no, there's got to be something else. It can't just be that. I mean, here's another one. Short-term effects. This is what I really love. Drowsiness, dizziness, mental confusion, nausea and vomiting, slowed or difficult breathing, numbness, apathy, impaired motor control, memory problems, unusual behavior. What about that one? Unusual behavior. How unusual are we fucking talking here? Let's see. Maybe this unusual?
Abduction on a 6 train in the Bronx early Sunday morning captured on cell phone video. Around 2:45 a.m., a man dressed head to toe in red tries to get a woman's attention as she sits across from him, hood over her head. He first taps her leg and then nudges her foot. The train slows down as it approaches the Morrison Avenue Soundview station, and the man puts his coffee cup in his pocket.
I mean, this whole time, this man in his brain could be thinking that he's supposed to save this girl. Or it's not like, you don't know. Like I said, it makes you think in such irrational senses. He was tapping her, trying to get her attention. I mean,
the doors open, he jumps up and scoops the woman from her seat as she yells no, flailing her legs and trying to grab hold of the car. The woman manages to escape and runs back into the train, alerting the man she was with.
Now look, this guy clearly this wasn't just a kidnap job. The guy wasn't even in his right mind. This wasn't a kidnap job. The man didn't really realize or know what he was doing. It looked like he was probably trying to save her or something. And then these people
appeared to be asleep next to her. The man in red gets up from the bench, walks out as the man and woman curse and yell. Police arrested 48-year-old Sonny Alloway on Monday afternoon near the intersection of Rosedale and Randall Avenues in the Bronx. He's now charged with unlawful imprisonment for carrying that woman off the train.
Supposedly, I heard he got his ass beat. People saw him and noticed him in the street or something. He got his ass beat. But yeah, like, I think we need to look more into this alcohol abuse mixed with benzodiazepines and opioids specifically. I'm not saying it's all pills. You can drink, and I'm the lab rat. I've tested this on myself. You can drink and be on Adderall and be okay. It doesn't do the same thing. It's benzos and opioids mixed with alcohol. We really need to look more into this. I'm starting to think that's the fucking conspiracy. They're putting this shit out and they don't want you to know about this, and now we have all these kids drinking and on Xanax and fucking straight killing themselves with no hesitation. Let's open our fucking eyes. Let's wake up, everybody.